Testing. Just a reminder, coaching from the sidelines is not permitted during junior fair activities. Thank you. Now entering the ring is 17 and 18-year-old Showmanship.
Thank everybody for the opportunity to come out here and sort through your kids and your pigs here. We'll make it pretty efficient. I bring my daughter whenever I can here this time of year in the summertime. This is where she lives, breathes in the show ring. She shows all over the country all summer. Showmanship's her thing. She loves to do showmanship, and so I allow her to come in the ring here and help me out a little bit. With that, we'll get down to here, and like I said, I don't much. We judge here later tonight, but this first class you guys drop out here, I think you got an exceptional showman all the way through. As far as just having a really good, consistent drive with their partner, this is and so the work that goes on at home translate into the ring as far as in doing the things that these individuals want them to do. When we start breaking down these two individuals, there's one of them that's probably a little bit more my style, and when I start talking about showmanship, it is just a personal preference. Everybody has a little bit different preference. There's one of them, though, that I thought gave me a little bit more as far as angles. Kept that lady closest to me. Going, like I said, don't want to take anything away from the young man here driving across the center of the ring. Do a phenomenal job as far as keeping that pig at the right areas, as right distance from me. Your eye contact's phenomenal. Probably didn't show me as many angles as the young lady did when you get out here, and that's just separating two really, really good showmen here on the top end of this class. Next individual that comes out, young lady does an awesome job. Her intensity's extremely good. Your partner probably didn't want to cooperate quite as good with you today as I deem ideal. Wanted to get a little bit more stop and go. Wanted to get a little faster at times than I deem ideal out here in a showmanship ring. But another one that does an awesome job as far as keeping that pig driving, head up, a little faster pace every now and then. Young lady coming out next is another one. When you came out of the gate, did a phenomenal job. You do keep that pig's head up and keep that pig moving. Want to get a little bit slow. That's just what kind of puts you in the four hole there. Young lady next is another one, does an awesome job with eye contact. There's times that you kind of get lost in the shuffle when we start comparing you back to some of these other individuals. Next young lady coming out is another one, very similar to that young lady. You get a little further away from me at times. Partner probably didn't want to cooperate quite as good at certain times. And then you can let 7 and 8 out together as well. Your partners probably just didn't want to cooperate quite as good with you today. Want to get a little bit more stop and go. Got to speed these things up every now and then, a little bit more eye contact at times. Let's put our hands together for those kids. A nice class to start out.
Swine Showmanship gift is in memory of Alexa Robinson, and our sponsor for the 17th through 18th Swine Showmanship banner is Craner Show Pigs. In the ring is 14 through 16 Showmanship.
Our results for our 17 to 18-year-old showmanship trainer: in 4th place, Ashley Markley; in 3rd place, Callie Cook; in 2nd place, Jack Stevens; and in 1st place, and congratulations to Kennedy Studer.
We got a bigger heat here of kids, and we went ahead and split them and brought 7, and then we're going to bring 8 out next. I got 3 pinned back here that we are going to rework after this next heat. The individuals that are left out here, your partners probably want to get a little bit more stop and go. You want to get a little further away. Young man over here in the blues doing an awesome job. Probably use your whip a little bit more than I deem ideal to go ahead and catch a pin. But let's put our hands together for these kids as they go on the back to the barn. Really good heat here all the way through, and there's 3 or 4 individuals, 5 individuals out here that could definitely catch a pin, and I wanted to give them a little bit more time here because I thought there was several of them that was really close. Young man with all white one, young man with the blue, young lady here closest to me to catching a pin. There's just times you guys these pigs want to get a little bit more stop and go. When you go to turn them, you turn them on a dime. I'd like to go out and give me a big circle, a big sweeping circle. But with that being said, there's several of you out here that are doing an awesome job. It's going to go on back to the barn, but let's put our hands together as they do.
Now in the ring is 14 to 6. Our sponsors for the banner and the gift: Ollisburg Grange, number 2641, in memory of Dorothy, and Charles Miller and Association Auctioneers. Thank you.
A really good of young individuals out here, and there's not one that I needed to win. They've all got a little bit different style to them. The young class, though, here with the blue belted gilt is the totals showman for me as far as driving at the correct pace. Being able to make that young or that gilt maneuver where he wants, when he wants, and just not stop. There are times, young man, that you probably put your hand handling that pig a little bit more, but that's getting very, very critical. Job of just keeping that thing driving, showing me a lot of never stopping with that thing. So kudos to you. It gets a little bit closer here. And third young lady with the belted hogs is going to be second for me. There's times that you probably get a little bit further out with your whip. If that is a word, you have to utilize it a little bit more at times to get your pig to. You do an awesome job. You use your knee a little bit more. Awesome job. Young lady closest to me, job is showing me different far away from me. Right there, I wanted you to be making that turn, and you get a little further away. At times, get it out of my side, get a little bit stop and go at some times when you start turning. That's what kind of sort of did that top three. Just need to see that thing just continue to drive. Young man that's coming out next, you do an awesome job as far as keeping that pig moving at times. There are times that your partner probably doesn't want to cooperate quite as good with you. That's kind of what sorts you in the fourth hole. There's times you go behind me. I want to keep that pig out in front of me at certain times. Young man coming out next, another one, does an awesome job presenting your pig. You're a little slower paced than I prefer. And that's just kind of what puts you in that hole. I need to pick up the pace ever so slightly. The all black barrel coming out next is another one. You want to get a little bit more stop and go at times. Want to turn on a dime at certain times. But really good division. Let's give all those kids a nice hand.
Our results for our 14 to 16-year-old showmanship are as follows. In 5th place, Carson Cook. In 4th place, Baron Walp. In 3rd place, Ellie Stevens. In 2nd place, Lane Schuster. And to 13-year-old showmanship.
Another good division here, and all 8 of them doing. We start breaking these things down, sorting personal preference. There's one of them that is so smooth and consistent throughout the entire drive. For me, as far as keeping that thing moving. Keeping that pig at the right pace, the right distance, showing me some different angles. My one pet peeve when I'm judging showmanship, I would love for you not to choke up quite as much on your whip. They give you a handle for a reason, but this young lady in the pink is going to be your class winner. Said that's just a pet peeve of mine. When we start choking up, that moves our placement on the pig ever so slightly at times. But if you just relax a little bit and put that entire handle in your the wet whip, but just put it back into your is my personal preference. Young lady here, me, there's probably doesn't want to cooperate. There was times I caught you earlier in the drive a little further away from me than I want to see. But consistency, giving me a lot of different angles, correct speed. Doing 3 is another one that does an awesome job as far as just keeping that pig driving. Your intense young man. Love the way that you drive this pig. There's times that your partner didn't want to cooperate with you. You had to get after her a little bit more. That's just what puts you in the 3 hole, but do an awesome job as well. The young lady that comes out next, when she come out of the gate, I thought, well, I mean, her intensity, she gave me the stare that I'm here to win, and that view right there is awesome. Your partner did not want to cooperate with you. Wanted to get a little bit fast, but that's just one of those things. This is a team sport when we start talking about showmanship, and that's where they got to work together as a team, but the young lady does a very, very good job. Young man coming out next is another one that love the way you utilize your whip and keep that pig driving. I don't see as much eye contact out of you at certain times. You get focused on the pig a little bit more at times, young man. Need to see a little bit more eye contact, a little bit more intensity. But another one driving the pig. Another one, your pig wanted to be a little bit more stop and go at times. You had to get after your pig. Love to see you get that so slightly. It is one of my things that I'd like to see out of you, young man. It does a great job. The 2 individuals we got coming out next are two individuals that know what they're doing when they get out here. Their pigs want to be a little bit more stop and go. Young lady in the pink, we got to keep kind of make this a ham sandwich. There's times I catch you in between the pig and me. I need to keep that pig and me in between us at all times. But let's give those kids a nice hand, a good division there.
Our sponsors for the 11 through 13 swine showmanship gift is Greer Farms. The results for the 11 through 13-year-old showmanship are as follows. Farland in 4th place, Reese 3rd place, 2nd place, Willard's place. Congratulations.
a little smaller division. I'm not going to bother pinning these things. There's only 4 of them out here, but 4 individuals that are doing a great job. I know the young man, your pig doesn't want to be out here right at the moment, and so just kind of let her sit there for a minute. But I think there's 3 individuals here closest to me that their partners are working with them. I think it comes down to 2, though, that do an awesome job as far as just keeping these pigs moving at times. Their intensity's good. Their eye contact's very, very things down. There's one of the individuals that I just thought had drive from start to finish as far as keeping that pig in front of me. And when we start getting to this age, that's what we need to see is those pigs kind of in that 15-foot range right here in front of me, contact, driving at all different times. Each of me and the pig once. That's one thing that I will critique you on a little bit. Like I said, there was one individual that from start to finish, drive was rear out here today. Like I said, it was really close between the 2 young ladies out here. There is going to be times, though, like right there, where you wanted to turn that pig and you wanted to get in between me and the judge. And that's where we kind of, like I said, make a hit. And then you driving and doing an awesome job. Another young lady does a really, really good job. Young man over here with the blue belted one is going to come next. And like I said, there's times that your pig wants to get a little further away. When you get out here in the center of the ring, you do an awesome job as far as keeping the pig driving. I just got to keep you out here in front of me in the center of the ring. And the young man that rounds out the class, I know you're trying hard. You're doing a great job. Your buddy didn't want to be out here today. That happens at times. But another one that does an awesome job. Let's go on back.
At the Bly, our sponsor for the 8 to 10 swine showmanship gift is Ken and Charlene Burr.
Now in the ring is Novice B Showmanship.
Well, this is a neat deal. I mean, I love to see that there's older kids out here actually doing the swine project for the first time. In being your first time in the ring, you don't have to compete against kids that have been doing it for 8, 7, 8, 10 years when you get out here. So we've only got 2 young ladies out here. Both of you are doing a good job. There's one of them that I probably prefer the way that you drive a pig. You sit in the pocket. When I talk about pocket, you kind of sit in that hip, ham loin pocket a little bit better. So there's times that when you get out here, that pig actually drives a little bit better. And so that's what kind of sorts these 2 for me. The one of them, when the partner wanted to come out and cooperate, was doing a really, really good job. Young lady in the floral shirt's going to be your class winner. Like I said, her pig's wanting to give her a little bit of fits now, but when you come out and you actually got a good drive out of that thing, you sit in the pocket a little bit better. For me, young lady that's going to be second is another one that does an awesome job with eye contact and keeping that pig moving at times. You right there, you get a little too far up on its shoulder. If you sit back in the direction a little bit more, continue to drive, and that's what we need to see. When you move up on that pig, that's when your gilt wants to stop a little bit more. That's just a little bit of critique for me. If you sit back in that pocket a little bit, that pig continues to drive as the drive goes on. Good class. Let's give those kids a nice hand.
The results for 8 to 10 showmanship are as follows. In fourth place, Kyler Dole. In third place, Natalie Wolf. And in first place, congratulations to Isabella Moore. B are as follows. In second place, Ella Gates. And in first place, congratulations to Lena Garrich.
Our sponsors for the Novice A Swine Showmanship banner is Dr. Judy Villard Overacker, and for the gift is in memory of Alexa Robinson. And for our Novice B Showmanship gift, Ganges Happy Hearts, and for the Novice B Showmanship banner, Poplar Lane Farm.
We get out here in the novice age, the first year kids, and all these kids are doing a great job as far as getting out here in learning more about their project. The two individuals who've probably been to a show a time or two, or kind of have some older siblings, has helped them a little bit, just as far as keeping that pig between me and them, and having that intense look that when they come out of the gate, keeping those pigs driving the correct distance away. I thought there was one of them that probably did a little bit faster package. Young lady over here to my right is going to be your class winner. It gets really, really close between. An awesome job as well. Like I said, you probably just got had the pig moving a little bit faster, and that's just my personal preference. There's times that your pig wanted to stop on you every now and then, but your intensities we need to do is head up. Another one that does a very, very good job. Young lady that comes out next in 3 is another one. You do a great job of keeping that pig in front of me, keeping that pig driving. There's times, though, like I said, I told you when you got out here, try to keep that pig between me and you. There's times that I would catch you between me and the pig, but another one that does a great job of keeping that pig in that 15-foot in front of me. Young man coming out next is another individual. Focus on your pig a little bit more. You focus on your pig a little bit more. Need to see a little bit more eye contact. I do catch in your pig, but another individual doing an awesome job. Coming out next is another one. You know what to do as far as keeping that pig's head up and driving. There's time that I want to get pig before you get here. I'd like to see you have a little different whip placement as far as holding it, and that's just a personal preference, but doing an awesome job out here, young man, for a first year. Young lady coming out next is another young lady that knows what she's kind of doing. I love the way you handle your whip. Your partner probably did a little, and you can let the young man out next. Another one, like I said, this is a team sport. Your partner probably just didn't want to help you out a whole lot. You have a great intensity. Your eye contact's very good. There's just times your partner wanted to give up and kind of run on you a few times. But let's give all these kids a nice hand as they go on back. A really good job getting out here for their first year.
Our results for our Novice A Showmanship are as follows. In 5th place, Waylon Lambert. In 4th place, Camden Rachel. In 3rd place, in 2nd, and in 1st place, and congratulations to Chesney Secker. Now in the ring, Pro Showmanship. Our Pro Showmanship gift was sponsored by Jim and Judy Overocker, and our Pro Showmanship banner was donated by Osberg Grange, number 2641. Thank you.
Well, first off, let's put our hands together for these 6 individuals winning their divisions. Had some competition in there for sure. Even the novice class, the older novice class, had some. I mean, there was only 2 individuals out there, but the competition was very, very good as well. But when you start breaking these things down, there's one of them for me that my personal preference, as far as if I was out here and as my daughter, I would want this one to win as well. Just as far as showing me angles, eye contact, whip placement, speed, everything's on point. Young lady in the black's going to be your champion. It gets really close, and that's where I was kind of taking my time sorting from there because I thought that that young lady did an awesome job out here and that point as far as keeping that pig driving and doing all the things that I want to see as far as different angles. It's extremely close for me between a pair of them as far as that are left out here, and one of the individuals does a little better job of just keeping that pig moving at all times. The pig never stops. It's the same pace, same look. Eye contact is very, very good. The speed's good. Showing me different angles. Like I said, when it comes down to it, there's one of them, like I said, that just has a little better pace. Young man over here to my left is going to be reserved. We get talking about third, close between a pair of them. The third individual is another one that does an awesome job as far as driving at the correct pace. I love she gets out here. There's times though you want to turn that thing, wants to stop on you. Every over here the pig's going. And then we get down to some of the younger kids or the first-year kids that we got left out. Keeping that pig moving, so smooth on the turns. The speed's extremely, extremely good. Young lady in the orange is going to be fourth. And then we get down to the 2 young ladies. Your partners are probably not want to cooperate with you quite as well as I want to see. There's one of them, though, that when they get out here and get driving, doing all 5 in the block.
We will take a 5-minute break until 5:15. Our pro showmanship results are as follows. In 5th place, Izzy Moore. In 4th place, Chesney Secor. In 3rd place, Meredith Wolf. In 2nd place, Lane Schuster. And in 1st place, congratulations to Kennedy Studer. Non-sale class is now entering the ring.
We get these three young men out here with this what they call the non-sale class. It didn't make weight. Maybe these things just need to get bottled a little bit earlier. A little older pig when you guys are picking these things out. A few that can happen as far as pigs' health and stuff like that. That's why it's important to kind of keep these things as healthy as possible all the way through. But wanted to talk to all three individuals. Try to get these. Let's put our hands together for these three young men as they go on back.
Ring is Class 1.
Your actual market hog show, and I think the two pigs we got left out here, the two young individuals are doing an awesome job keeping these things driving. It's like as we get them out here, I like to use the young man over here to be structurally correct and keep and having the correct type of muscle pattern and flexibility as he get out here. Love that thing's look in front of his blade. I thought his shoulder set, is he the most massive one out here? No, but I think he has enough for this weight in particular. Really, really nice one to start. Young lady that's going to be two's got one that has a little bit more mass on the upper side of his skeleton. When I step in behind him, has a little bit more right there in the seat of her pants. That thing's body shape's extremely good. Love that one's look as far as height, the shoulder. When I start breaking this thing down, though, I got to set this one back in its shoulder ever so slightly. Wants to get a little bit too straight off either end of her skeleton. That's a stout bone one, though. The lady that comes out next in 3 is another one that I love. This one's look as far as from blade forward. Love that one as it drives at you. The spread at the surface that one's got. The body shape's extremely good. I got to freshen that one up ever bit more, just true muscle shape on the upper side of its skeleton in comparison to those two right there. Young lady coming next has got one that is a fundamentally correct type of market hog. Didn't think this thing balanced up as quite as good as those three when you get them on the side profile. Like to stouten that one at the surface, make that one taller at the point of its shoulder. Has some muscle shape, just got to balance out better. Young lady bodied one. I step in behind that one. I'm a big fix that one structurally. I wants to like to stouten up and balance up, clean up in its flank. Young man that rounds out the class has got another one that has some muscle shape, has some body shape. Another one I like to fix a place or two structure. A good class, a nice pair on the top end.
Our results from Class 1 are as follows. In 5th place, Ella Gates. In 4th place, Gracie Rodman. In 3rd place, Kaylee Fairchild. In 2nd place, Kaylee Fairchild. And in 1st place, and congratulations, Class 2 is now entering the ring.
Little smaller class, only 5 in here, and there's not one that just jumps out and says, hey, I need to win, but I thought the young lady's all black gilt it is the combination gilt out here as far as having muscle shape, structural correctness, and enough look. I would love to blow that thing open at the surface ever so slightly just to give that one a little bit more spread and dimension, but a really fundamentally correct one that has enough look, has enough muscle, and still keeps it in a structurally correct type of package. Young lady that comes out in second has a little bit more body shape than the one that leads off the class. This one wants to get a little lower set in his shoulder, wants to get a little further down on his front pass. This one just having just as much true shape on the upper side of last winter, but it'll be in two. One really fresh appearing. Love this one's stoutness of skull. We got to clean it up right there in its flank. Let her take the plant. Go ahead and move up any higher. Love its rear leg as far as just being able to plant and drive. I got to freshen this one up ever so slightly, make it a little bit better from blade forward. When I get on top of that one, that's where I get really pointed. Need to give it muscle shape on the upper side of his skeleton to go ahead and run with those bigger backed ones ahead of him. Young man that rounds out the class has got one. I'd like to set back in his shoulder ever so slightly, get this thing out, drive around the ring a little bit better. But a good, nice class. Let's give those kids a nice hand.
In fourth place, Ridge Wendling, Esney Secker. In second place, Natalie Wolf. And in first place, congratulations to Meredith Wolf.
A little more of a challenging class here. There's not one of them that just kind of jumps out and says, hey, I'm here to win the class or win the show. I think there's three really good ones. On the young lady here, blue-hipped one, is the one that is going to lead off the class. That's the combination, Guild, as far as having width, having look, having enough body shape and mass to go ahead and win. It still gets out and drives around the ring extremely good. Just a very nice pig in its own right. I thought the body shape and flesh was going to come in too, and that's what kind of sorted them. Young man, thin belted one's going to be two. This one's skull is, but I didn't read this one or rib, and as that one drives at me, didn't have just the last winner does as it comes out of the gate. And same can be said for the young lady in three. Skin and hair on this pig are phenomenal. Young driving this thing. I just got to blow that thing apart. Try to give it more just true muscle shape, width, and dimension to go ahead and compete. Give that one, like I said, just a little bit more more spread and width to go ahead up and move any higher. Speaking of width and spread, this young man's it has plenty of muscle shape and width to it. That's kind of to I step in behind, put a little bit too much on all front pasterns, but that mention on the upper side of its skeleton, and then you step in behind, fix it a place or two structurally. Young lady that rounds out the class has got another tall, attractive hog on the side profile. I got to bust that thing open from front to rear, give it just more meat animal market shape to go ahead and move up any higher. But a nice class, a challenging class. Give those kids a hand.
Our results from Class 3 are as follows. In 5th place, Tegan Kirsch. In 4th place, Kyler Dole. In 3rd place, Deshauna Davis. In 2nd place, Ivan Esbenshade. And in 1st place, Class 4 is in the ring.
Good class. Lines up pretty easily for me as we start breaking these things down. And I know I'm not taking a whole lot of time. When I come to judge a show, I kind of know what, in my mind what I want. I want to build these things up from the ground up first. Then we can start adding some extras. I want look, but I got these things got to get around the ring. Then have, we want to keep that in a sound, functional package. That's where that young lady, this pig, does for me is just keeps that thing in a sound, functional package. Has enough look from blade forward, has enough muscle shape when you get on the upper side of its skeleton. Love the center body and dimension. That love when I step in behind that one plants and drives in a square is at the heaviest muscle combination pig. He's Calico over here to my right. It has some of the ESTs. It is big legged. That massive. I got wants to get plenty wide from me, wants to swivel and sway a little bit more than I deem ideal as a hog judge. Young man coming out next has got a one I love look in front of blade. A huge back on the upper side of its skeleton. I like to spread this one at the surface, wants to funnel as it drives right at you. When I step in behind him, that's where another place I got to fix that one ever so slightly. Wants to search and sway a little bit more than this judge likes as well. Young man that comes out next has got another one that has some true meat animal shape. Another one wants to funnel as it drives at you at the surface, wants to get a little narrower at the ground, one up right through its center cage in its body, give a little bit more punch and body shape on the upper side of its skeleton, but a really massive muscled up one to go in the forehole. Young lady that rounds out 5. Skin and hair, extremely good young lady. Love this thing's look. Very, very, that one more width. Got to give that one more dimension and more muscle shape to go ahead and move any higher. But a nice class. Give those kids a hand.
Results for Class 4 are as follows. In 5th place, Addison Cyrus. In 4th place, Landon McFarland. In 3rd place, Baron Walp. In 2nd place, Dakota Craner. And in 1st place, and congratulations to Chesney Secor.
Another good class. It has some differences in types and kind. Young lady in the green is going to have your massive one. Has enough body shape. Still has enough flexibility as she gets out and drives around the ring. I'd like to make that one a little bit taller at the point of her shoulder, ever so slightly. But that's getting very, very critical of a really high quality gilt as well. Young man that comes in second. You kind of kept working your way up to the top with love this thing's structure as far as reaching and going off either end of its skeleton. That one, as it goes to the surface, for me, though, I got to give that one just more true market animal shape on the upper side of its that wins the class. Young lady that comes in 3 has got one. It's a little bit quick in its maturity, a little bit more frame size for this particular judge, but I still thought that one had some meat animal shape, body shape, and still flexibility to run its place right there in the 3 hole. Young lady that comes out next has got another one that has some mass on the upper side of its skeleton. I got to make this thing go a little bit better off its front end. It's a little too straight fronted for me. I love this thing's length of body and body shape. Look in front of its blades extremely good. I just got to make that thing go a little bit better as it hits the surface. Same could be said for the young man in 5. Another one that wants to get a little too straight off either end of its skeleton. A little bit more true market animal shape on the upper side of its skeleton. Young lady's blue that's going to be in 6 is another one. I love this thing's look and length of body. I just got to bust that thing open at the surface, give it more just market animal shape to compete with those right there ahead of them. But a good class. Let's give those kids a hand.
As follows. In 6th place, Addison Crane. In 5th place, Wade Traxler. In 4th place, Michaela Lance. In 3rd place, Mackenzie Mills. In 2nd place, Grady Schroeder. And in 1st place, congratulations to Carly Walp.
kind of class is a little bit of a bag of Skittles. I landed on the young man here closest. First to tell you, flat on her front feet. But you get past that, and I'm going to go a single trait one. That's the stout skulled one. That's angles read extremely good. Hip and hind leg is extremely good. Still has some meat animal shape on the upper side of her skeleton. Still has some muscle. I love that thing's rear leg. And that's probably what allows that thing to drive. Here in two's got another one. I like this thing when you profile. Height of shoulders good. The stoutness of skull is good. Body shape, mass is very, very good. This one's rear leg is what concerns behind that one. It gets a little bit choppier when she plants and drives. She wants to pop her hock ever so slightly, but a really high quality one. That's going to be into our second place as far as length of body, shoulder. Another one wants to get a little shorter out of her hip, wants to plant and drive outside of her shape on the upper side of its skeleton. Young lady that comes next, if you park these things and standing still, this one is very, very neat as far as height of shoulder and look. Love that thing's skull. What gets concerning for me is when I step in behind this one, wants to get a little too far out there east and west with those rear legs. But love that thing if you propped it up on it and just took a picture of it. Young lady, that type of market home, it falls out of balance when you get them off on the side profile. I need to fix that one in place or two structurally as well. Young man that rounds out the class, a really fresh appearing one. I got to blow that thing open from front to rear, give it just more true market animal shape to go ahead and move up any higher. Let's put our hands together for them.
The results for Class 6 are as follows. In 6th place, Chad Wolf. In 5th place, Peyton Miller. In 4th place, Ashley Markley. Place, Caitlin Griffin. First place, congratulations to Carson Cook.
Another really good class, non-negotiable for me. Young lady in the orange shirt here in the center of the ring, kind of sandy colored one. That one's skull, having enough look, body shape, mass, everything matches. Structurally correct one on the top end of this class. Love that one's linked blade. That ever so slightly. Rear hock inside of itself ever so slightly, but a really high quality, short back, tall shouldered one to be there. Young man that's going to be 3. Nope. Young man that's going to be 3 has got a massive one. This one is rolled up on the upper side of its skeleton, and that one's really big and stout. I just got to make wants to get a little rounder out of its hip, wants to plant and drive on the outsides of it. Far for me. Young man that comes out of 4 has got another. This is a fresh appearing, flexible type of market hog. I got to give that one just more muscle shape, but I thought that one's structural correctness in flexibility moved it up to the 4 hole. Then the young man coming out in 5 has got another one. I got to freshen this thing up on the upper side of its skeleton, make it fresher in its appearance, give it more just true cage, and I'd like to reconstruct that one. It's got some big legs. Just got to freshen that one up. Young lady that rounds out the class, got to fix this thing a place or 2 shunts up ever so slightly better as we get it, but a really nice one on the top end of the class. Let's put our hands together for them.
The results for Class 7 are as follows. In 6th place, Peyton Miller. In 5th place, Dylan Miller. In 4th place, Austin Cyrus. In 3rd place, Sam Fairchild. In 2nd place, Mandy Lance. And in 1st place, congratulations to Morgan Cook. Now enter.
Very good class from top to bottom. There's 7 of them in here that have some parts and pieces that are very, very good. As I start breaking these things down and looking at one of these, young elimination hog, that one is wide when she comes at you, and still from blade down, I step in behind that one. Hawk to ground is extremely good. Massive and massive through the center portion of its cage. Is that one just as neat looking from blade forward? No, I'd love to reconstruct the way that one's head and neck ties into the top of its shoulder blades, but I thought that one, as far as the fundamental type of market hog, that one puts the totals together as far as mass, structure, and a good enough look. Young lady here closest to me is going to be was going to come next on the side, being tall shouldered. That you get on top of that one. That one's rolled up on its back. Body shape's extremely good. That one is stouter featured as it hits into the one that we just sent out the gate and first bust this thing open as he drives at me. I step in behind him. That's my big concern with this one. The way he utilizes his rear leg is a little bit different. He wants to hawk in that thing right there, constructs that right rear leg ever so slightly to go ahead and compete with the one that wins. Young man that comes in 3. This is the problem child for me because I love this thing. When he gets this thing actually driving on the side profile, that's my ideal type of market hog. Tall shouldered, good looking from blade forward, extremely flexible. Where this thing runs out of gas for me is when he comes at me and when he leaves me. I got to give that one just more width. I got to give that one just more muscle shape, body shape to go ahead and run with those 3 or those 2 right there ahead of him. Young lady's blue has everything that I'm looking for as far as body shape and look. I got to fix this thing as he comes at me. He wants to close and wants to get a little too far south or too far down on his front pastures. When he step in behind him, he gets a little too far east and west. Not saying his hawk is bad. He just wants to get a little too far out there. Young lady coming next has got a fundamentally correct type of market hog. This one is structurally correct. This one has some body shape, has some muscle. Didn't think that one balanced up, had as much neat look as those right there ahead of him, but a really high quality one nonetheless. Young lady coming out next has got one that I do like a lot of things about as far as body shape and top shape to him. Very good looking, straight off either end of its skeleton. Wants to get too far. The young lady that on the side profile, love how stout skulled that one. Love how stout featured that one is. That one just runs out of gas when you get in behind him. When it drives at you, more width, more body to go ahead and move any all the way through. Let's give all those kids a hand.
The results for Class 8 are as follows. In 7th place, Ashley Markley. In 6th place, Josie Bland. In 5th place, Reese Sifferlin. In 4th place, Kennedy Studer. In 3rd place, Jack Stevens. In 2nd place, Kendra Walp. And in 1st place, congratulations. In the ring is Class 9.
Another doesn't have the one. I'm here to win the class, and that's okay. I think young ladies in the orange here closest to me is the combination pig. And now it looks like this thing shucked all its hair probably a week, 10 days ago. It doesn't make a big difference on these things. Just skin and hair. If that thing had when you get them out here driving, that's the fundamentally correct one as far as structural correctness. Look in front of its blade. You get on top. It still has some body shape and dimension on the upper part of its skeleton. Still tall enough at the point of its shoulder. Still the right kind of build to go ahead and win the class. Young lady that's going to be 2 has got one that's very similar in type and kind as far as just body shape and mass. Width's very, very good. Didn't read this in comparison. Didn't think this thing was just quite as neat from blade forward as our class winner, but a high quality one nonetheless. And then young man coming out next in 3. Then we start getting into a different type of market hog. These things are big bodied. These things don't balance up quite as good as those 2 right there ahead of them. I thought this one was the one that had some body shape, had some muscle shape, and still handled it in enough a structurally correct enough package to go ahead and be in 3. Young man that comes out in 4, all black one. I like a lot of things about this barrel as far as muscle shape. Body shape is very, very good. I got to bust this thing open at the surface as well to make him balance up a little bit better in comparison to the one right there ahead of him. Thing is big-legged. That one's really stout-skulled. I get in behind this one. I got to give this one more just in the seat of his pants. I step in behind him. He wants to put a little too much weight on the outsides of his hoof wall for this guy for not having enough in the seat of his pants. Young man coming out in 6, and you drop 7 out. They're very similar in their type and kind. I need to freshen those things up. I need to lean them up ever so slightly. Just give them more just muscle shape in comparison. Just trim them up, make them a little bigger. A good class or not your appreciation.
The results for Class 9 are as follows. In 7th place, Chase Eshelman. In 6th place, Dylan Studer. In 5th place, Waylon Lambert. In 4th place, Ivan Esbenshade and Gosser. In 2nd place, Meredith Wolf. And in 1st place, congratulations to Morgan Cook. Class 10 is now entering the ring.
The class sorts itself pretty easily for me. Young lady in the floral shirt is I got our class winner. That's a combination hog. That thing's stout skulled. That one's body shape, mass, flexibility in a square functional. To know this thing's attitude isn't the best. I like to change about him. You change that, but when she gets him out and I actually drive him with his head up, really, really high quality market hog. Young man that comes in two's got another one. Like this thing's height of shoulder, look in front of its blade. It has some muscle shape. When you start comparing him back to that one that wins the class, he doesn't have just as much in the seat of his pants. When you get on top of him, you need the rib open in comparison to the one that wins. It is burlier right through the center portion of its cage. This one wants to get a little too straight off either end of its skeleton, wants to get a little rounder out of her hip. Not quite as attractive from blade forward, but thought that thing's muscle shape and body shape, it was very, very good and still in a square functional package. Young lady in 4 has got the massive one of the group. This thing is busted open, skeleton, burly through the center portion of its cage. This one just doesn't balance up quite as good on the profile. Need to clean that thing up, trim it up from blade forward. I step in behind that one. That's another one. I got it slightly as far as its hawk placement for this judge. Young man that comes out next has got another tall shoulder type of market hog. Has some body shape. I got to side of its skeleton. Wants to get a little too straight out of its shoulder blade. And the young man that rounds out the class has got another big frame, attractive type of gilt. I got to give that one more muscle. Got to give that one more width. Blow that thing open from front to rear to go ahead and move any higher. But a nice class, a good class winner. Let's give those kids a nice hand.
The results for Class 10 are as follows. In 6th place, Dylan Miller. In 5th place, Lucas Vogt. In 4th place, Ella Gates. In 2nd place, Baron Wolp. And in 1st place, congratulations to Lena Garrick.
Another one of these classes that goes extremely deep all the way through, and you get down to this top pair market barrows that we've got out here. There's minute differences in them. There's one of them, though, have as much. But I think this thing's look and flexibility is second to none. Young man closest to me is going to be your class winner. I start breaking these just as Max skeleton. Is he just as wide as he drives right at you as no? But when we start talking about making these things run uphill, feet and legs extremely thing is the one that does it for me. I give up a little bit of muscle, and I'll be the first one to tell people all the time, I'll give up a little bit of muscle to get a correct built one that has an awesome look and still really stout legs and a really flexible package. I don't want to take anything away from the young ladies that's going to be in two, because like I said, it's broader as it comes at you. That thing has a little bit more on the upper side of it. Actually get on top of these things, there's not that much difference. I think this one, but what does it for me, when we start getting these things off on the side profile, I didn't read this one's hip, just the young man's that's going to win the class. I step in behind him. This one wants to throw that left rear leg out ever so slightly, and I'm being very, very critical of two really, really good hogs. I think that those two are very, very good to go ahead and be 1 and 2 in this class. Young lady that's coming out in 3 has got one that is massive. This thing's maxed out on the upper side of its skeleton. It's big backed. This thing's look is very, very good. I step in behind. Didn't think this thing handled its rear legs quite as good as the ones that go right ahead. Didn't have as much punch right through the center portion of its cage, right through its forerib. This barrow that comes out in 4 does have a little bit more punch right in that forerib. This one wants to get a little lower set in its shoulder or front, all 4 feet in comparison to those 3 right there ahead of them. Body shape has some muscle to go in that 4 hole. Young lady that comes out in 5 has got one that has some muscle shape on the upper side of her skeleton. Really stout skulled type of gilt here. I got to freshen this one's body up ever so slightly when we start comparing her back to the rest of them. Need to give it more just turn and curvature too. It wants to flail those rear legs a little bit more. Young lady that rounds out the class, got to bust this thing open, give it just more true market animal shape to go ahead and move any higher. But a good, and let's put our hands together for them.
The results for Class 11 are as follows. In 6th place, Isabella Moore. In 5th place, Lily Muntis. In 4th place, Maggie Lance. In 3rd place, Reese Sifferlin. In 2nd place, Kennedy Studer. And in 1st place, congratulations to Jack Stevens. Now entering the ring is Class
Another class there that kind of we drive these things has your class winner. That one's tall shouldered. That one's still flexible enough. Body shape's good. Width's very, very good. Muscle shape's good. It doesn't have any of those far-reaching pieces, but a no holes kind of gilt to go ahead and win the class. Young lady here closest to me. This gilt's very fresh appearing. Love its height of shoulder. Love this thing's flexibility. Thought this thing ran out of muscle when we start comparing it back to our class winner, but a really flexible one that's very, very fresh in her appearance. Young man in 3 has the one you want to like as far as standing still. This thing's stout noggin, big back, box to get a little too far out there for me, a little too skeleton free. Let that thing chill ever so slightly. I think we can definitely talk about moving that one up a place or two in the class. Young lady in 4 has got another one that we want to talk about, stout scald. This one has more back shape than some of the ones that we've got left to come, and that's what kind of sorted this one to the 4 hole. You get on top of it just as far as just true muscle shape that this gilt has. The really stout featured, stout mugged. I got to make this one taller at the point of its shoulder. I got to give this one more fresh appearance in her body when we start comparing them back to those ones right there ahead of them. Young lady coming out in 5 is a black-headed one. Is another one very similar in type and kind to the gilt right there ahead of her. I got to give this one more just spread and dimension as it drives at you. I got on top of this one. Didn't think this one just had as much just true muscle shape as the gilt that goes right there ahead of her. Young man coming out in 5 has got another one. Love the skin and hair. You're doing an awesome job out here, young man. Another one that wants to get a little lower set. Need to see this thing get out and grab another gear, drive a little bit better. Wants to get a little too straight off either end of its skeleton, but the young man driving a pig. Young man that rounds out the class, another one that has some muscle shape. This thing just falls out of balance. To get over top of it, doesn't have enough just true width in its cage. Need to give that one just more just true muscle shape all the way through. Step in, hunt behind, fix its rear hawk ever so slightly, but a good class.
The results for Class 12 are as follows. In 7th place, Chase Eshelman. In 5th place, Michaela Lance. In 4th place, Mandy Lance. In 3rd place, Deshauna Davis. And in 1st place, congratulations to Cash Cook.
Another class, I think, slides together pretty logically for me. Young lady here to my right's got your class winner. That's the flexible one that has a really good look, has enough muscle shape, has enough body shape, and handles it in an extremely functional package. Yeah, I'd like to pick this thing up on its front pasterns ever so slightly, but that thing takes a long stride. Is going to be second in this class. Love this thing's stoutness of skull, stoutness of feature. That's just a fundamentally correct type of as far as look, height of shoulder as the one that wins the class. Another one wants to get a little shorter stepping out of his rear two in comparison to our class winner, but less. Young man that comes out in 3 has got another one very similar in type and kind to the one that goes in 2. That thing is really stout skulled, big back, body shape's very, very good. Another one, I got to reconstruct this one's rear leg when we start talking about these things. When we get in behind them, they want to put a little bit more pressure on the outside. I need to square that one's hock up ever so slightly as he plants and drives and leaves me. Young man that comes out in 4 has got another one that I like a lot of things about on the side profile as far as height of shoulder, look, body shape's very, very good. I just got to bust this thing open from front to rear as he hits the surface, as he drives at me. When I step in behind him, that's where he really disappoints me. I need to give him more in the seat of his pants, give him just more true market animal shape. Young lady that comes out in 5, this one does have more market animal shape. This one's a little quicker in his maturity. This one's big back, big body, big hip. As far as structure, get too round, too far out there from behind for me. Same could be said for the young lady that rounds out the class. Got to make this thing a little bigger in its kind. Got to give this thing, just let this thing chill a little bit more. Let's give those kids a hand.
The results for Class 13 are as follows. In 6th place, Maggie Lance. In 5th place, Mackenzie Mills. In 4th place, Dylan Studer. In 3rd place, Waylon Lambert. In 2nd place, Lily Muntis. And in 1st place, congratulations to Callie Cook. Now entering the ring is Class 14.
Another really good class. I think the trio we got on the top end is very, very good. But there was no question which one needed to win out of this trio for me. Young Man's Belted Hog is the stout featured one that handles its rear leg the best out of these three that we've got out here. That gill has more set to her rear leg. When we start comparing her back to those two blue hogs, this thing's really stout mugged, rolled up on the upper side of its skeleton. I think this one's busted open as he drives at you. More than any of the other two that we've got. That thing's got hair dripping off of it. A really high quality gill to win the class. Don't want to take anything away from the young lady's blue hog because that one is a fundamentally correct type of market hog that has a very, very good look. I love the front 2/3 of this barrow's build. The body shape's good, muscle's good. This one wants to get a little bit shorter step and wants to get a little bit as much set to his rear hock joint as the one that wins, and that's what kind of separated those two. The gilt that comes out in 3, you're going to bring her out. Very similar in their type and kind. I didn't even look at their ear notches to see if they are litter mates or not, but they're very similar in type and kind. And those things, they're good looking. The body shape mass is very, very good, but very similar. Just need to give them a little bit more flex out of that rear leg to allow that to be able to plant and drive a little bit better, in my opinion. Young Man's Blue Gilt that comes out next is one I like a lot of things about as far as being blade forward. Huge on the upper. I got a comparison to those three ever so slightly better if that one had a big set of legs running underneath of her. Young Man's Duroc that comes out next is a really good market hog. That thing is very good built. That thing is good looking. Doesn't have just the true muscle shape as those right there ahead of them. Doesn't have quite the width and dimension. I got to bust this thing open, stouten this thing up, mass this one up to go ahead and move up any higher. But let's put our hands together. A nice trio on.
The results for Class 14 are as follows. In 5th place, Lucas Vogt. In 4th place, Lane Schuster. In 3rd place, Carly Walp. In 2nd place, Ellie Stevens. And in 1st place, congratulations to Carson Cook. Now entering the ring is Class 15. At the conclusion of this class, we will take a 15-minute break. Drive.
Well, good way to end these classes with these heavier hogs. And as these things get a little bit bigger, they're starting to reach the end of their max capacity that they can handle, and so these things are getting as maxed out as they can. But with that being said, I think the young man here is belted. It's the combination. A little bigger, a little better hair coating, shucked a little bit. You put some hair on that one, and the class pretty handily. It gets a little bit more challenging for me because it's going to be in two, just on the upper side of its skeleton. That one's neat looking, extremely flexible. Thought this thing's ruger to drive, where I'd just like to freshen that one's appearance up ever so slightly. The blue hog, the blue gilt's a very good gilt looking, big on the upper side of her skeleton, big through the center portion of her body. I didn't think this thing just balanced up quite as good as the hog that wins. I like the stoutness one as it hits the surface when we start comparing them back. And like I said, there's times this one wants to get a little bit choppier on the outside of its hoof walls as well. When we start the front 2/3 of this young lady's hog, I love a lot of things about. Out enough scald, shoulder blade, setting her extremely good. This one wants to get too far east and west for me, wants to step outside of its skeleton. I got to bring ever so slightly rear gland and move up a little bit higher in this class, but a really good one nonetheless. Young man that comes out next has got a fundamentally correct type of market hog that's stout skulled, big backed, has some muscle shape. This thing just doesn't balance up, isn't quite as fresh in its appearance as some of those right there ahead of him. Another one, like to reconstruct its rear leg ever so slightly, let it plant and drive a little bit better. Young man coming out next has got another one that I like a lot of things about through his body and mass. I got to fix this one a place or two structurally to move him up any higher. Young lady that comes out next in 6, and you can drop 7 out, very, very similar in their type and kind. Need to balance these things up, need to fix them up, but a good class, a nice hand.
The results for Class 15 are as follows. In 7th place, Josie Bland. In 6th place, Tegan Kirsch. In 5th place, Cash Cook. In 4th place, Camden Rachel. In 3rd place, Ellie Stevens. In 2nd place, Grady Schroeder. And in 1st place, congratulations to Lane Schuster. We will
I would like to reintroduce our judge. Ryan Dalton is from Springfield, Ohio. They own and operate Dalton Family Show Pigs and Feed. Sow Show Pig operation, and alongside of Feed's Ohio State University, where he was a member of the livestock judging team. Ryan has judged shows at all levels in 12 different states. Ryan enjoys going to pig and sheep shows with his kids, Carson and Reagan. Please give our judge a round of applause.
We will now be. The 8th champion Market Hog banner is sponsored by Paul Stute. The 7th champion Market Hog banner is sponsored by Jim and Kathy Bly. The 6th champion Market Hog banner is sponsored by Olivesburg Grange number 2641 in memory of Dorothy Eckert. The 5th champion marked by Craner Show Pigs. The 4th champion Market Hog banner is sponsored by Craner Show Pigs. The 3rd champion Market Hog banner is sponsored by Nicole and Taylor Beveridge. Reserve champion Market Hog is in Doris Will. Market Hog banner is sponsored by Jim and Kathy Bly. The grand champion Market Hog buckle is sponsored by JB Live Sadley. The grand champion by John Hart's Market Hog banner is sponsored by Paul Stute.
You guys can just let them chill here a second. I'm not going to take a lot of your time, but I do want to talk here a little bit before we get you a champion, I guess a champion through 8th overall here tonight. The first thing I want to do for everybody that's running this show. Every time that one of these shows goes on, appreciate everybody's help that's made it run so smoothly and quickly here. It takes a lot of effort, not just today. It takes a lot of effort before now to have everything go as good as it did here. The next thing I want you to do is put your hands together for all these class winners that we got out here. And I know with talking to me and everything back, I think, and it's important for a kid that won a class here today to get in here and drive for the champion drive overall, because sometimes this may be the only time that you get into this ring because it's extremely difficult. And so it's imperative and important, in my opinion, to let all these kids come out here and drive for champion. I don't have a whole lot of wisdom or things that I need to tell you guys. I'm a pretty young gentleman. Lived a lot of life lessons that even ringside have. I've been through. We do a lot of things with swine. I've been at the highs of winning shows. I've been at the lows of getting beat at shows. And so I understand that there's some kids that didn't get to come out, are disappointed. And with that, what I want to tell those kids is don't get disappointed. Keep your head up. Come find some of these individuals that are out here in the ring. Talk to them. They're willing to help you get, whether it be showmanship or whether you want to bring a pig out here and be able to get in contention for the final drive today. So like I said, I don't have a big speech planned or anything of that matter. I appreciate the opportunity to come through, sort through your kids, your pigs. I've not seen a kid yet today that comes out disappointed. Everybody's been very, very welcoming of me, and all the kids have been extremely good. And let's put our hands together one more time for all the kids that are even back in the barn, that are out here driving, whoever it is that had any hand in this today. You guys can start firing them back up here again, because like I said, I'm not going to take a whole lot of time. I appreciate my daughter coming up with me, giving me a hand in showmanship. She lives, breathes all this show pig stuff every day. Youngster, she's going into 6th grade. Drop her off, and she works all her pigs. She's had a really good couple of weeks here, and it's been special for her. She got to drive in our county was reserved. She actually got the opportunity to drive in the Ohio State Fair Barrow Show Grand Drive there last weekend, and so it's been a fun one for us, and I know it's been fun for us to come out and sort through these pigs. Like I said, I kind of have in my mind what I came in here looking for, and so it didn't take me a whole lot of time, and I appreciate you guys moving through these things pretty rapidly for me. I won't take a whole lot of time when we get through these grand drives. I can remember back through the clock. I'll put the mic down. I'll go out and get you a grand champion. that one hit me pretty hard out here for the champion. And I mean, even all throughout the day. And like I said, you drop that second place in, and it definitely falls into contention here. This will probably be the last time I come to the mic. Once again, I appreciate the opportunity to come sort through your kids and your pigs. Let's put our hands together for all these kids. I'll go out and get you the rest of the lineup.
Eighth overall champion is Ellie Stevens. Seventh overall champion is Carson Cook. Sixth overall champion is Lana Garrett. Fifth overall champion is Carson Cook. Fourth overall champion is Morgan Cook. Third overall champion is Callie Cook. Reserve champion is Kennedy Studer. And grand champion, congratulations to Jack Stevens. This concludes the 2025 Richland County